up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated, premium online educational platform that's available today to the retail trader at True Trading Group. Results matter because they do. We've got one simple goal. That is to help you to learn, trade, and profit. If you're new, make sure you like and share this video, but more importantly, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free right here where myself, other TTG pro traders, and special guests drop golden nuggets to provide you guys with lessons and education that can help you become a better trader. But why should you listen to any of the stuff that I have to say on these lives? Guys, I started my career working for a fund in New York City. My first job out of college, then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But during that time, I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And now, aside from that, and perhaps even more importantly, since 2016, my team and I at TTG have helped thousands of retail traders from all walks of life, from all over the world, achieve peace of mind from financial freedom by teaching them how to trade stocks, options, and crypto. At True Trading, we teach you how to fish. We teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet, how to become a self-sufficient trader. Regardless of what you might have read about online, trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's also not gambling. It's a skill that needs to be learned just like any other, especially since this is a skill that could potentially help you guys reach financial goals you never thought were possible. Tonight's live stream is going to go down as follows. Starting things off with a 15-minute Q&A. We have a lot to go over tonight. I'm going to give a chance for people to log on. You guys can ask me questions. I'm sure there are a ton of you that have questions about the Federal Reserve. Tomorrow is Fed Day. I will cover with you later on in this live stream what we're going to be looking for tomorrow with the Fed announcement coming at 2 o'clock Eastern time. And I'll tell you my exact plan on how I plan on making money from that announcement. So we're going to start that Q&A in just a few minutes. Please refrain from asking any Federal Reserve type of questions. I will get into all of that later on in the live stream. After the Q&A, we're going to spend about 10 minutes or so. I'll tell you about the membership to TTG's platform for those that are interested. Okay. And yes, they platform because we are a lot more than just a chat room with trade alerts. Do not confuse us with a lot of other services out there. The TTG platform is designed to level the playing field for the retail trader by giving you professional education, but also access to professional tools and resources. We'll talk about that in just a bit. And then, like I said, stock market crash or stock market rally. What are we going to do going after tomorrow? All right. Shout out to Matt Kors, also my boy Matt, showing some love on Twitter tonight. My boy Matt, shout out to you. Mr. Matt Kors, a good friend of the TTG fam. So then we're going to talk about, like I said, is it time for the stock market to rally or is it time for the stock market to crash with the Fed meeting tomorrow? All right. But in order to get the most out of the stream and out of the market, you guys got to get educated, and that starts right now. And then lastly, at the end of the live stream, for those still interested, I will show you the actual platform. I'll show you the tools and resources that is the TTG platform. So without any further ado, folks, let's go ahead and begin that Q&A. Start typing your questions in chat right now. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. This is how you learn. Start typing your questions in chat right now, folks, and let's begin the Q&A. What's the difference between a golden cross on a minute chart and daily chart? The difference is there is no such thing as a golden cross on a 1 minute chart. All right. A golden cross is when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average. That is not to be used on a 1 minute chart. All right. Golden crosses are on daily charts, on longer time frame charts, like the daily chart that I have up on my screen right now. Okay. The 200-day moving average is this yellow line. The 100-day moving average is this purple line, and the 50-day moving average is that blue line. A golden cross is when the 50-day crosses over and above the 200-day moving average. That is considered a golden cross. Okay, golden crosses are not to be used on 1 minute charts. Okay, your golden cross is going to be on a longer time frame like a daily. Is it a good idea watching your stream at work? Only if you want to eventually quit your job and trade full time. Yes. Yes, it's a good idea to watch while you are at work. You watch it whenever you can. Watch it whenever you can. What is a minimum you recommend someone have in their trading account to make a decent living? Listen, very common misconception is that you need like tens of thousands of dollars to get started. It is just simply not true. You do not need tens of thousands of dollars to get started in the markets. But to earn a living, I would say you have to be over PDT rule, which means you'll have over 25K in your account. If you're going to be a trader full time, I would say you should be out of the PDT rule and you should have a nice, at least over 25K in there so that you can make enough money to where you're living full time. And also, it's relative to you. A lot of people, one person might be able to live off of 50 grand. Another person might not want anything less than 250. It all depends on you, so it's not really too fair of a question. But back to the, needing tens of thousands to get started, you don't. A lot of our members, the majority of our members actually have started with small amounts of money in their account, so you don't. You really don't. We have a lot of members that started with less than $1,000 in their account. If you're here, watch. I'll actually ask my members tonight. Guys, my TG fam, do me a favor. If you guys started with True Trading Group with less than $1,000, but now you're making money, I'd like for you to tell me. I'd like for you guys to tell me what you started with. What did you start with? If you started with less than $1,000, tell me what you started with. Okay, says my boy Chris. Started with 500. Diane, 100. Jan, 500. 1,000 for James. 250. Melissa. Chafai, 900. Defuse, 200. Thomas, 500. Chuck's, 1,000. Bruce, 500. JC. JC started with $500. Grant Bigler, 500. Joseph, 100. 900 for Miguel. 900 for Jenna. 1,000 for bicycle shorts. There it is. $100 for Barry Short. 100 for Kron. Tom, 500. You guys see it. You guys get the hint. All right. So there's all my TC fam that are making money with less than $1,000. So you don't need, you really don't need tens of thousands of dollars to make money in the markets. It's just not true. Do you think that algo trading is ruining day trading for discretionary technicians? Wow, Jamie. Discretionary technicians. I do not believe algo trading is ruining day trading. A lot of people have been talking about that, that dynamic. And like when the markets first moved away from, good old tickets, when they moved to electronic trading, everybody said that it was going to kill human trading. And then when we went from decimals, remember when we went from fractions, stocks used to trade in fractions. A lot of people may not know that, but you used to have a stock would be at $20, then it would be at 20 and a quarter, 20 and a half, 23 quarters, 21. Then when the market system switched to decimals, which is literally every penny, people again thought that was going to hurt day trading. About 80% of the volume that is transacted on the New York Stock Exchange on a daily basis is done through algorithmic computerized trading. About 20% of it is done by human trading transaction. I don't know how much further that's going to go, but I can assure you that every year that has gone by, I have gotten better. I have gotten bigger. And you have traders all over the world that continue to earn livings doing this. I don't see it going anywhere. If anything, it just provides liquidity. That's all you really need is liquidity. You have liquidity, there's a place there's a place for opportunities. And that's why everyone around the world trades the US market, because it has by far the most liquidity. Next question. Mike, do you smoke cigars when you had a boom boom day? Yeah, sometimes, not all the time. Not all the time, but sometimes. I am a cigar smoker. Padrones are my favorite. Padrones are my favorite. I have a lot of different brands that I like, but Padrones are definitely my favorite. What was the difference that made you go from losses to a profitable trading? Very, very, very simple, actually. It was when I stopped thinking about how much am I going to make um, on a trade if I'm right, and I started thinking about how much am I going to lose if I'm wrong. Very simple. Change that mindset. Too many people look at trading and they think about, okay, if the stock does this, how much money am I going to make? Wrong way of thinking. Wrong way of thinking. You always need to be more concerned with how much you're going to lose if you're wrong, more so than how much you're going to make if you're right. You have control over how much you're going to lose if you're wrong. You do not have control over how much you're going to make if you're right, because you don't know how far that stock is going to go. You don't know if the stock is going to reach profit target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do not know how far that stock is going to go. But you can control what you're going to lose if you get stopped out. And maintaining consistency within your risk and within your losses is crucial to consistent profitability. It is more important for you to focus on your losing trades than it is your winners. And my boss, who was my mentor and the senior portfolio manager and partner at the fund that I worked at, he's the one that told me this quote: great traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they're right. And that mindset and that mentality, very early in my trading career, I never had a problem with big wins. I was very aggressive. I was a cowboy. I had no discipline whatsoever when I was a young trader. The exact opposite of the type of trader that I am here now today. I did not have the patience and the discipline that I exemplified today in my trading. And all my TC members, you all, I think we're all in agreement. Some of my biggest strengths as a trader is my patience and my discipline. I wasn't always like that. And my P&L was not reflecting the trader that I was. I was a better trader than my P&L was showing. Why? Because when I was wrong, I was getting crushed. Even though I was right a lot more than I was wrong, I really wasn't getting anywhere because my losses were so big. So I would just wipe out huge chunks of profit. And at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, from on a fund perspective, it's like the performance really wasn't there, but I was better than that. And it was that quote that really helped me kind of change my perspective on trading as a whole, and has made all the difference going forward now. And any successful trader is going to tell you the exact same thing. Do you think Evergrande or the current inflation rate are the reasons for the big red days currently in the market? Which one plays a bigger part? If so, Evergrande has no effect on the markets whatsoever. Nobody is concerned about Evergrande. Evergrande is a very isolated situation. You're to China's own fault. China really does not allow U.S. banks to really operate freely in China's economy. So the U.S. banking sector has actually very little exposure to the Evergrande situation. It is a very contained situation within China. Now, if that is just the opening crack of like what Bear Stearns was for us in 2008, that's a much different story. But nobody thinks that you have a contagious scenario with Evergrande. Evergrande, I think, has nothing to do with the moves that the markets have made over the past couple of weeks. It has been focused solely around Omicron and inflation, and that is what's moving the markets right now. It is a more hawkish Fed. It's a shift in Fed tone and a change in Fed policy, which we have not had in many years. and it is inflation being record-breaking inflation. You had almost 10% year-over-year increase in the PPI number. It was 9 point something percent, which is absolutely ridiculously absurd. Record-breaking inflation, and the Fed has to move. The Fed has to move to really get in front of this inflation number. And that's what's moving the markets. And it's that coupled with this new wave of COVID that, is worrying people from a stunting of the global growth. That's what's moving markets. It has nothing to do with Evergrande. Yo, STR, THD Sunshine, how are you? I love when my STR is out in full effect. How do I calculate my risk management on an option trade? If I go by the set support resistance areas, most of the time surpasses what I am comfortable losing. Okay, so a couple different ways to control your risk, okay? Number one is going to be by you actually setting a stop loss based on the option price itself. The other is the way that I do it, which is a little bit more challenging, which is I set my stop loss based on the underlying security. So let's say if I buy put options on the SPY and I say, hey, I'm going to get out of this if the SPY gets above 464, then I will just sit in the put option. I don't care the price of the put option. I'm going to stay in it as long as the SPY is underneath 464. Now, that's a little bit more difficult for people to really grasp the risk management because depending on when the market gets to 464, if we get there within the first 10 minutes, you're going to lose a totally different amount than if you get there in 3 hours because of time decay. So that's, I guess, what your question is referring to. The other thing that you can really think about is focus on the delta of the contracts. The delta is going to tell you how much an option contract is going to move relative to a $1 move in the underlying security. So if you have a delta of, let's say, 0.5, if an option contract has a delta of 0.5, that means for every $1 that the underlying stock moves, the option is going to move 50 cents. So with you having an understanding of the delta, especially from a day trade perspective, because the time decay is not going to be that high. If you're swing trading the options, you now have to take into account the theta, which is going to be your time decay on the option contract. You're going to take that and continue that into consideration if you're trading a swing trade, or you could use it for your day trades as well. But what I would like to do, or what I suggest members to do, is that taking into account the delta. Okay, if your stop loss is $2 away or $1.50 away, what is the delta on the contract? Factor that into your stop loss. Figure the option's going to move at least that amount to the downside if you are going to be wrong on the contract. And then you can factor in just a little bit more wiggle room for the time decay on that theta. And that'll give you a good range or a good idea of, okay, if I do get stopped out, there's a chance that the option contract is going to be right around this price. And that can give you a better idea of how many contracts that you should buy. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Now, guys, I know that might have been over your head for some people that are brand new. TT Sunshine is an STR member at True Trading Group. That means she's a sniper trading robot, a little bit more advanced. But trust me, if you guys are brand new to this and that was a little over your head, don't worry about it. The courses, everything on the platform, you'll get to learn exactly what I just said. And it might sound intimidating at first to someone that's brand new. I assure you, once you guys go through the courses and you guys are in chat with us, you'll get to know this stuff like the back of your hand. Yes, correct. Hawkish equals a bearish result. So essentially what hawkish and dovish means, just to be clear, hawkish means the Federal Reserve is tightening monetary policy. Dovish means they are easing monetary policy. And typically hawkish is bearish and typically dovish is bullish. But it does not have to be that way. You can still have a hawkish Fed and actually see markets move higher. It has happened in the past where a rising rate environment, the markets have still gone higher. So a rising rate environment would be the Fed tightening, but markets have actually still climbed higher. You could have scenarios like that. So it's not an even 1-for-1. But typically hawkish means it would be foreseen as bearish, and dovish would mean bullish. but it really is in reference to monetary policy from the Fed. What's the story behind your worst trade? The story behind my worst trade is I was overly aggressive on a short position on a stock going into earnings. I had no business being in this trade. I was actually on full tilt. It was a very high risk, high reward trade. And it was really a YOLO trade. YOLO trade is like, you only live once. It was like, I was literally taking a shot. It was a total gamble. I had no supporting documentation to back up this trade from any of the analysts or anything else. It was just a purely shot in the dark type of trade. It was stupid. It was irresponsible. And the earnings came out. Earnings were so good. They pre-announced ahead of schedule. The stock halted, gapped up like $80 or $90 a share after the earnings, and then started to trade. And I was caught short. It was the absolute worst trade of my entire life. I lost a ridiculously obscene amount of money. And I promise you, I will never do something like that ever again. And this is many, 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 many years ago. And I have still to this day never done anything even remotely similar to that. It's why I don't usually, you guys usually won't see me take a position going into earnings, because where is my edge? Where is my edge as a trader? My edge as a trader is my ability to identify high probability setups. That's my edge. My edge over the next person or this person or that person, my edge over them is that I say I am better at identifying high probability setups than that person. If I'm going to take a position going into earnings because I think a company is going to report good or bad earnings, I am removing that edge. Because now this is not about a high probability setup. This is about a coin flip. I have no idea if Microsoft or Facebook or AMD or NVIDIA is going to report good earnings or not. I have no idea if they're going to raise their guidance or lower their guidance. I have no idea. It's a guess. It's a guess. I'm not an analyst. I'm a trader. And my job is to identify high probability patterns and setups. That's why you guys really don't see me trade options, earnings very often. Can you please touch on tax percentages on P&L? Are you taxing on profit of the stock at tax time or when money is withdrawn from your broker? Please elaborate as far as possible. So you are taxed. I mean, you have to actually exit the position. So you're not going to be taxed on unrealized gain. Well, hopefully going forward, you won't be taxed on unrealized gains. There are some people in the administration that want to tax unrealized capital gains, which would be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But as it stands right now, okay, you will only be taxed on your capital gain that is realized. So if you buy a stock, let's say at $10, it goes all the way up to $18, but you're still holding it and you don't sell it, you don't pay tax. Now, if you buy a stock and you put $10,000 into it and the stock goes up and now that $10,000 is worth $18,000 and then you sell it, you're now going to owe a capital gain on $8,000, the gain that you have made on your investment. You invested 10, it is now worth 18. That's an $8,000 gain. You will pay capital gains tax on that $8,000. Guys, a lot of people that are asking me about about what I think about the Fed tomorrow. I will talk to you about that later on in this live stream. I'm just giving time for people to log on. All right. I'm taking a general Q&A here, and then once I get into a little bit later on the live stream, I'll tell you guys what I expect tomorrow. All right, guys. Here, we'll wrap that up. Let me actually see real quick here, actually, who's on the live stream right now that's not a member of True Trading Group, or maybe this is your first time on the live. If this is your first time on the live stream, or maybe you're just not a member, just do me a favor, guys, and just type the number 1 in chat real quick. Oh, we got Mike. Mike is back. Mike just signed up last night. He goes, I just finished my first 24 hours with TTG. I'm the Mike from last night that's been watching for over a year. The education so far is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys. Mike, I'm glad you decided to pull the trigger, brother. All right, so who's new? Yakaway 2. We got Rudy. We got Jim Boy Genius. We got PW. Vivian Austin, how are you? We got Destin Ross, King G, Pablo Chuco, Donald Cento, David McAllister. Yes, Mike did sign up. That was the Mike that I was just talking about. Guy Albertson, Caddy Mooney, Vlad. We got Frank Piero, Nautique Designs, Dre, NK, Amit Gupta, Dirty Cuban, Janal Lebron, Gary Marnett.
Mike, we got to talk for a second.
What?
Just because somebody's username says Dirty Cuban doesn't mean that you have to say the words Dirty Cuban every night. It's 2021 and I'm from Miami, and it's kind of offensive, you know what I mean? You're not very woke.
Maybe I should be canceled. Richard Roman, Karthik, Duff Beers, Bill F, Austin. Let's get real with Andy and JC, Joel, Driven. Hey, how about this? Driven Latino. There you go. Claudia LaQuinn. Right. So there you guys go. So all of you that are typing number one in chat, welcome all of you. You guys might not realize how fortunate you are to be right here right now, but you will soon find out at True Trading Group results matter. We help people reach their goals of becoming consistent profitable by combining professional education. Same stuff I learned working at the fund, and we combine that with premium tools from companies like Benzinga, Trade Ideas, TradingView, Quote Media, and more. We're a community that all shares the same goal. That's to learn, trade, and profit together. Guys, stay right where you are, because in literally just about 10 minutes, I will tell you what I think the Fed is going to do tomorrow and how I plan on making money from it. But first, I'd like to let you guys know some information here about the membership for those that are interested. I see a couple of people that are asking. Okay. At True Trading Group, I need you all to understand that our goal is to level the playing field for the retail trader and investor. Okay. That means a continued effort from us to ensure the TC platform remains within reach financially for most investors from all walks of life. Right. Because of that, we are slowly walking the price of our membership back up to $22.12. Don't freak out. We're not there yet. Okay. This walk up in price is part of our holiday sale that is going on right now. Tonight's price of $11.84 is the cheapest price you guys are going to get a TC membership for. And the price you pay tonight is the price that you will pay for life, regardless of what the price of our membership is next year. Next year, the price will be $22.12. You guys will only have to pay $11.84. All right. So that's the price you pay, is the price you pay for life. You're locking yourself in at that price for your renewal. I'm confident you're going to want to renew because our renewal rate is in the mid 70s, 3 times your industry average. So I'm pretty confident that's going to be a big deal. You guys are going to save a lot of money when it comes time for your renewal. Then, okay. Also special deal here for tonight. All right. Part of our holiday sale. I told you about that $11.84, but the next 17 people that use the coupon code TTG121 will get not only that 46% discount down to $11.84, but you're also going to get 2 small private study groups, a chance to get individual attention to ask questions and go over topics you're struggling with, talk to one of our pro traders, and get the help you need to speed up that learning curve. The next 17 people are going to get 2 of those study groups totally free, but you're also going to have a chance to earn a brand new free laptop. Just go to ttgoffer.com. ttgoffer.com, use code TTG121, click apply code, you'll get the discount. Okay. Upon becoming TTG certified, we will immediately send you a brand new free laptop to trade with. We will even cover the shipping cost. I'm being dead serious. Becoming TTG certified is a real badge of honor for our members. It means you've completed all of our courses and you have passed all of our quizzes. You get a green check mark next to your username and chat. Lets other members know your opinion now carries more weight because you've completed the curriculum and you've passed all the quizzes. But you also get a certificate. You can hang it on your wall. You can share it on social media. It's a real badge of honor for members. The process of becoming TTG certified on average takes about 4 to 6 weeks, but I've seen it done way faster. It's up to you. The curriculum is available 24/7. It all goes at your own pace, on your own schedule. So no matter how much time you have or don't have, there's no excuse. And if anyone is actually wondering, do we really send free laptops to people? Yes, we do. My TT fam, you guys can comment yes or no. Okay, you guys can just comment yes or no if you guys think that, or if we actually send out free laptops or not. All right, and then last but certainly not least, as part of our holiday sale, and you guys better listen up carefully to this, all right? As part of our holiday sale, we offer a complete full money back guarantee. A complete full money back guarantee plus $770 on top. This means that you will pay $11.84 to join True Trading Group. And if you fail, we will give you back $1,954. Here's the deal. All I ask is a little bit of effort from you, a little bit of energy. And damn it, this deserves your effort because this is something that can literally help improve and change your lives. My Teachy fam, you guys can maybe comment in chat if the Teachy platform has helped to better your life for you and your family. You guys can sound off in chat right now. Let people know what they're missing out on. It requires some of your effort. All I'm asking for you to do is to actually go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one private study group. If you do those three things and still do not complete, or excuse me, still do not make back your membership fee at least once, that's $1,184 for whoever signs up tonight. I'm going to give you that $11.84 back, but I'm going to throw in an additional $770 on top. Plus, you're going to keep the free laptop, which is going to bring you guys over that $2,000 back after you've paid $11.84. And that is because we stand behind this program. I believe in this. I put my money where my mouth is. I see the results that our members are having. If all of our members were losing money, I wouldn't be able to offer you guys a complete full money back guarantee. Never mind, give you an additional $770 on top. When you join True Trading Group, I say welcome to the family. Well, we're in this together. And if our program fails you, we are going to lose money. That is all of the incentive that we need to make sure you have access to the tools, the resources, the guidance and mentorship and education that you need to become successful. I have no problem offering this money back guarantee. It is on the website word for word. You know you're getting exactly what I'm saying to you here because I'm confident in our ability to help you succeed. You just have to enter the coupon code TTG121. After go to the website, ttgoffer.com. You'll know you're getting one of the laptops. There's only 17. You'll know you're getting one of the laptops if you see a laptop in your checkout cart. If you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that means you're getting one. If you don't, that means you've sold out. You have to enter TTG121 coupon code and then click apply code to get the 46% discount. If anybody has any questions or having any issues signing up, you can send a text message. Do not call. Send a text message to 201-775-9702. Again, 201-775-9702. If you are an existing or previous trial member, contact Adam before you sign up via text. If you are a current or previous trial member, text that phone number before you end up signing up. All right. So guys, we do have a 1-week trial as well. You guys are welcome to go to ttgthree.com. Again, that is ttgthree.com. And that's going to get you guys a 1-week trial to TTG. It's only $3. We charge $3 to make sure you're a real person. There's no auto renew. There's no reoccurring payment. It's literally just $3. All right. You guys can go to ttgthree.com if you'd like to join us for a 1-week trial. All right. But if you guys go through the trial, you're not going to get the 46% discount. Just make sure you guys are aware of that. You'll get some discount, but not the full 46%. The price will be higher if you decide to become a member after the trial. You'll get about probably a 35% discount after the trial. But if you want the 46% discount, you guys can use coupon code TG121 right now. All right. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. It is now time for us to dive in and discuss what's going on here with the overall markets. All right, let's talk about the Fed. Let's talk about the SPY. All right, well, actually, first, let me recap the trade from today. Big day in chat today. Before I even get to that, big day in chat today. So let's actually recap. Let's recap the trade today in chat. 39% gain on some SPY puts today. Beautifully done from $4.18 on our put options there earlier from today. And then we took profits off all the way up to over $6 on those option contracts. I'll walk you guys through the trade. This was a very, very clear, clean cut trade where we identified support levels and resistance levels. And the lesson that I want to talk to you guys about, again, guys, give me a couple minutes. I'm going to share with you the trade breakdown from today. Then I'll tell you about what's going to happen tomorrow, what I think the Fed's going to say, and how I plan on making money from that. But let's talk about how we made money today first, because there's some lessons here, all right, about using multiple time frame charts. I recommend that traders use multiple time frames. So actually, one of the views that I have on one of my trading monitors during the day, I have a 4 time frame breakdown. Okay, the 4 time frame breakdown looks something like this: a 3-minute chart, a 5-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, and a daily chart. Using these multiple time frames is important when you are trying to identify support, resistance, okay, also in identifying patterns, because you may not see a pattern or a level as clearly on a daily, on a 3-minute chart as you can a 5-minute or on a 15-minute. So using the multiple time frame charts is important when you guys are going about your trading. Now, this was a textbook trade setup. Absolutely textbook. All right. The market today, the SPY held to its levels on a technical basis perfectly. All right. Now, if all you saw was intraday, if this is all you were looking at today, this was it, you cannot see the resistance and support levels. You can't see it. You got to go out 15-minute chart, and now I will identify those levels for you. Okay. First, I'll make the line bigger so you can see it. You can see here yesterday's close. And then you'll start to see all of this support that was here on the SPY at this 466 level. Okay. Today, we gapped underneath that level and then pushed up off the open, only to find resistance at that level and then trade back to the downside. All right. So that rejection at what was previously a support level, now with the gap underneath it, you look for the push higher. This was the exact game plan from this morning. My TG fam, did we or did we not say that we were looking for a quick push off the open and then look for put options? That was the entire game plan pre-market today that we discussed. So pre-market every day, I'm in chat, Jason Simmons, another one of our pro moderators, and a bunch of our other pro moderators. We are in chat with you pre-market, going over our game plan and our watch list and what we're looking for. And I tell everybody every day, guys, I'm looking for this stock to do this, and then I'm going to buy here, I'll short here. This is what I'm looking at. The entire game plan today, and I told this to everybody, my number one trade idea was the SPY to push off the open, find resistance up in these resistance areas. You had actually 2 resistance levels. One was 464, the other 466. We broke through 464, found resistance at 466. Then you had the rejection, and then we got the put options. Was the number one trade idea today in chat, and I walked members through it the entire step of the way. All right. So now let me just go to a 3-minute chart just to show you a little bit more detail of what I'm referring to. Here is that level that I drew on the chart. Right there it is. Now you will see the resistance that came into play once we got up to test that level, and the markets pulled back to VWAP. I waited just to make sure VWAP doesn't hold support, and then the markets continued higher and actually make a red to green push. I waited to make sure that VWAP was not going to be a level of support, and then we broke beneath VWAP. Okay, the markets rolled down to test lows of the day. There's your lows of the day. And then on this bounce back right there is where I went ahead and I bought put options on the SPY. It was on this bounce back that I went ahead and I stepped in on the December 17th expiration $463 strike put option on the SPY at $4.18. $4.18 was the entry. And then you got this beautiful rollover to where the markets just were sold off and ended up making new lows. And we just start ripping profits off the table as the markets continue to decline. We just start ripping profit off the table. It was an absolute beautiful trade, guys. Best take profit on this one was at $6.27, which was right here. $6.27 on that take profit was an absolute thing of beauty. But now here's where the next piece of this lesson comes into play. Right? Here's the next piece of lesson that comes into play. We already identified the resistance level. That gave me the entry on the trade. But when we're talking about profit targets, what did we say? And again, I told this to my entire TG fam. I said, guys, if we get below that initial low, 463, we probably drop right down to 460.50, 461. That is verbatim what I said to everybody in chat. My TG fam, true or false? Did I or did I not say, guys, I'm looking for put options. I'm looking for the SPY to get down to 461, 460.50. True or false? Was that or was that not the exact price level that I gave you in chat today when we were talking about our profit targets? But where do I get that number from? It's not just a random number that we pick out of thin air. Guys, pay attention to the comments coming through chat. You can see all my members that are typing true because this is how it went down in chat. It's how it goes down every day in chat. This is why, again, it's so important for you to use multiple time frame charts, because as I break things out here and we go to a 15-minute chart to clean things up, I can draw a line right across this level, and I'll make the line a little bigger so you can see it if you're on a small screen. Look at this previous level of resistance. You guys see that? You see that? Previous resistance on the 3rd and on the 6th. We never really broke through that level because we gapped above it. So we never traded through the level, right? We never traded through it. We just gapped above it. And that's why that was my target. And that's exactly where we dropped to. And then look, the markets bounce off of that level. Absolutely perfect. Can't draw it any better. Can't draw it up any better. And we were able to capitalize on that whole move to the downside. So excellent job. Congratulations, my Teachy fam. Did you guys make money on that SPY trade today? Whether it was SPY, UVXY, QQQ. If you guys made money today on that trade analysis, on that trade alert, I want to know. Sound off in chat if you guys made money with the SPY trade today. I want to know. Tell me how you guys did. I love hearing about how you guys did. Tell me how you did. I want to know. Ooh, Scotty, 56% gain. Yes, way to go. Look at all this. Killed the SPY, 37% overall. Bob made $350. Great job. 24%, 35%, 38%, 50%, 40%, $1,600 for Argu. Yes. There we go. Papa Jordana traded futures on the back of that idea. I like it. Sean, 25%, 41%. Scott made $600. I love it. $4,000 for Anthony Vega, my boy. Stan Stinson, 35% trade overall. $1,400 for Steven. $30K for Sue. Yes. Yes. 60% for Dobbs. Good for $800. $1,600 for Bill in Texas. Shepard made a few hundred. I like it, guys. Let me ask you, how many of you guys did this with a full-time job? How many of you did it with a full-time? If you did that with a full-time job, type the letter I. Type the letter I if you did that with a full-time job. I want to know how many of you did that with a full-time job. Oh, yes. There it is. Sorry, guys, my office has such a wonderful echo from when I clap. It's such a great echo. I love it. Beautiful. Look at all these eyes. I love it. I love it. Don't tell my boss, Tom said. Tom, tell your boss you're your own boss now, bro. You're your own boss now. Great job. Great job. All right. Beautiful. All right, guys. So now let's talk now a little bit about what we can expect tomorrow. All right. What we could expect tomorrow. All right. What can we expect from tomorrow? Tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow is the most highly anticipated Fed meeting because we are going to get for the first time a shift in policy. Okay, we're going to get a shift in policy. This is going to be the first time that we are getting a shift in policy. Now, let's talk about what the Fed's going to say first. It is widely expected that the Fed is going to double the speed of their taper. So what's the taper? The Fed has an asset purchase program that's been running ever since COVID. They buy $120 billion worth of different assets and securities every single month. They announced in November that they were going to reduce the amount of that taper by 15. Okay, so they were going to go from 120 billion down to 105 billion. Okay, they were going to reduce this by 15. Okay, now the markets fully expect that to be doubled. So we're expecting an announcement tomorrow from the Fed to say, instead of reducing by 15, we're going to reduce by 30. All right, we're going to reduce by 30 billion. That's not going to come as a surprise to the market. What will come to a surprise of the markets is going to be a drastic pull forward of the dot plot for our rate hikes. You have to watch the dot plot. The dot plot is what shows you how many Fed members, voting Fed members, believe that the Fed should raise rates during what time period. Over the last couple Fed meetings, that dot plot has slightly nudged forward, with the majority of members still being towards like beginning of 2023, the end of 2022. But you've had the last two Fed meetings a couple inches forward on a couple of Fed members, moving that expectation forward. If that dot plot tomorrow shows a huge shift forward by Fed members to now where the overwhelming majority of voting Fed members believes that we are going to raise rates several times next year by the middle of the year, the markets are not going to like that. That's going to show that, that's going to tell the markets that the Fed believes that they are late. If the majority of the Fed thinks we got to raise rates like March, that'll tell the market that the Fed thinks they're behind inflation. Now, this is important because the last Fed meeting, the Fed, Jerome Powell, removed the word transitory and started to actually accept inflation for what it is, reality. The inflation numbers that came out today and this week are the highest numbers that they have ever been. Record-breaking inflation. Okay, PPI number today was scorching hot. Scorching hot. Not even just warm, not even regular hot, like surface of the sun hot. All right, when the expectations were like 0.5 or 0.4, and we actually came back at 9. Like, what? Or 4.0 and came back at 9. It's like, that's insane. All right. That's insane. Insane. The market's not going to want to see or believe that the Fed has to do a job tomorrow. They have to convey to the markets. They have to convey to the markets that they do not feel they are behind inflation, because the tone from the Fed can go one of two ways tomorrow. Tone number one will be the economy is doing great. We no longer need this asset purchase program. We're going to taper faster than we thought because we can. We're going to wait on the rate hikes. We believe the supply chain issue will resolve itself next year in the beginning of the year, Q1. That'll ease inflationary pressures. Inflation will drop back down to our target levels, and will become data dependent on that inflation for if and when we have to raise rates. We will do so at that time. That's a tone of we're tapering faster because we can, not because we have to, but because we can, because the economy can handle it. And we're not going to raise rates because we still think inflation is going to come down. We don't think we're behind on inflation. We still think we're fine. That's going to be a dovish tone from the market or from the Fed, and therefore could actually result in the markets moving higher. That's tone number one. Tone number two is going to be, we're going to increase the speed of the taper, and we're going to get done with this asset purchase program sooner than we thought because we don't need this, but we're going to look to raise rates now sooner than we initially expected because inflation is hotter than we thought. That tone is going to tell the markets that is going to be the Fed saying, hey, we got this wrong about inflation. We're a little bit behind the curve. We've got to get in front of it now. That's going to worry the market. The markets do not want to feel, or the markets want to get from the Fed. Does the Fed believe they're behind inflation, or do they still think that they're in front of it? That's what the markets are going to pay attention to. Right? That's what the markets are going to pay attention to tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be paying attention to tomorrow. That's all you need to know. If the Fed tells the market we're behind inflation, we are going down. If the Fed tells the market we don't believe we're behind it, we still think we're in front of it, we don't have to raise rates immediately following the taper. The Fed has to completely separate those two events. You cannot go from ending the taper to rate hikes. They cannot be connected. If they are connected, that takes you to a March or April rate hike. Because if they speed up the taper to 30 billion, that would put them at March. They would finish the taper in March if they speed up the taper by 30 billion a month. By March, they'll be done, which means you're looking at a March, April rate hike. Probably March. That puts you at a March rate hike. That's a problem. So if you see the dot plot get moved all the way forward, where the majority of Fed members believe that we're going to get multiple rate hikes by June, meaning by June, it's not going to be your first rate hike. It's going to be your second, maybe even more. The market's going to go down. It's my opinion. But if the Fed believes that if they raise rates, the first one will come no sooner than June, July. No sooner than that. The markets could handle that. The markets could handle that. You want there to be a very clear difference between taper ending and rate hike starting. If the Fed does not make a clear difference and the Fed comes off in a tone that makes the markets believe that the Fed believes they're behind inflation, the market's going to go down. The reason why markets will go down is because if the Fed's behind inflation, they have to raise rates quickly. They won't have the luxury of going 0.25 basis points, 0.25 basis points, 0.25 basis points, 0.25 basis points, 0.25 basis points. Because if inflation is still sitting up at 6, 7, 8%, even 4%, they're going to have to raise rates faster to cool off the economy. Also, don't forget that by the spring of next year, according to Dr. Gottlieb, he believes that we will be out of the pandemic, that this last winter wave of Omicron is going to be the final COVID wave, that after the winter and we get into the spring, COVID will finally truly end, and the economies around the world will be able to open fully without restriction, without limitation, without delay. That surge in demand will put further pressures on inflation. If the supply chain issues are not resolved by that time, you have serious inflationary problems, which will lead to the Fed have to raise rates much faster than they initially expected, which will cause a global shock to the financial systems around the world of higher interest rates that quickly. All assets are going to have to get repriced with these higher interest rates. Growth, valuations, everything will have to come down. And if valuations come down, stock prices come down. If stock prices come down, the stock market itself comes down. This is why tomorrow is one of the single most important Fed meetings that any of you have probably ever sat through. Do not try to navigate this day tomorrow by yourself. What's going to occur tomorrow is going to dictate not only what the markets do for the rest of this year, the next 2 weeks. Are the markets going to go up with a Santa Claus rally? We're going to go to all-time highs, or the market's dropping back down below the 100, and we're going to go back down to the 100-day moving average. Well, that's about 14 points below. What's going to happen over these next 2 weeks? Tomorrow will dictate that. But tomorrow will also give you the groundwork, and it'll give you the playbook for next year. And then you'll very clearly be able to identify what catalysts next year are going to cause markets to go up or down. Get your butts in chat with me tomorrow. The Fed announcement is at 2 p.m. Eastern. Then at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, Jerome Powell will give a statement and a press conference. Get your butts in chat with me tomorrow. Because if I see that dot plot get pushed all the way forward, I'm getting put options. And I'm going to hold those put options probably for the next week or maybe even 2 weeks, because I think we're going to go back down to the 100-day moving average. Let me pull up a chart real quick, because if there's not a clear distinction between taper and rate hikes, I think we are going right back to here. I think we're going to go right back down. I think we're going to test this level. Okay. I think you're going to get bang. You're going to get that. So I'll buy put options if that dot plot gets moved all the way forward to where you're looking at multiple rate hikes by June. But if that dot plot stays put, you very well could get a situation where the SPY could pull back towards, yes, today's low, maybe even the 50-day moving average, and then bounce from there as Jerome Powell gives his speech. You could have a scenario tomorrow where the announcement comes out, the markets have a knee-jerk reaction to the downside. Jerome Powell comes on at 2:30 for his speech, and he gives a speech that provides a tone of zero concern, saying, "Oh yeah, no, we're not behind inflation. We're going to be data dependent. Everything we're seeing from inflationary data tells us it's going to subside next year. We don't have to raise rates right away. We'll raise rates maybe by the end of 2022." If that's the case, you could get a situation where the Fed announcement comes out, the markets drop 3 or 4 points, and then while Jerome Powell starts speaking, we recover those 3 or 4 points, go another 2 points to the upside, and then continue higher the next day and go up and try to test all-time highs before the end of the year. Both of those scenarios are very plausible depending on what happens with what the Fed does. Do not try to trade this on your own. Get educated now. Get your butts in chat now, because tomorrow is going to tell the tale. And I'll be there with my fam. I'm going to walk them through it. I'll be on the microphone when this announcement comes out. I'll tell everybody what my thoughts are, and I'll tell you exactly the calls I'm going after. I'll tell you exactly the puts I'm going after. I'm going to go after it. I'm going after it tomorrow. I'm telling you guys this now because I think we're going to get big moves tomorrow. I'm going after it. I don't know what you're going to do. I'm going after it. You guys want to go after it with me? Let's go. Strap in, put your helmet on, put in the mouthpiece, because I'm going to work tomorrow. I don't know what you guys are doing. All right. Let me see real quick here, guys, Who here is still on the live stream that is not a member of True Trading Group? Type the letters TTG right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. All right, we've got Undefined, Watchdog, Jim Boy, Donald Canto, Mohammed, CK, Frank Piero, Vivian, Tatiana, Austin, Bryson, Varak, Good Dog, Stock Banditos, Ariel, Driven, Kenny, John Nicely, Vlad, Chef Lewis, Scott B, a lot of you that are still not members. Guys, listen up. Adam wants to say something, guys, real quick. Adam wants to say something. So for those that don't know who Adam is, a business partner, co-founder of True Trading Group, he's got something he wants to say to you guys.
Good evening. So, what's up, everyone? How's it going? So last night, I made an offer to get Mike to join, which he did, and there was a Mike on here last night, and I got basically came on here, gave him a big spiel and an offer to join True Trading Group. What I'm gonna do as part of our holiday sale. All right, we have a holiday sale going on right now. It's $11.84 to sign up. It's 46% off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something kind of out of character, right? I've done it twice before, but only for like a night. From now until, let me check the calendar real quick. Perfect. From now until Sunday, January 2nd. From now until Sunday, January 2nd. All right? What I'm going to do is I'm about to make all of you that are, like, just do me a favor, like, if you're, we just saw who the members were not, right? So just listen up for a second. When you join True Trading Group, you get that money back guarantee. All right? That money back guarantee is great because kind of like us putting our money, not kind of, it's literally us putting our money where our mouth is. All right? Because our refund rate since inception is 1.78%. So naturally, we're feeling a little cocky about that because why wouldn't we? We've put in the work to help ensure that our members are successful. Okay? Our entire business model is literally dependent on your success with us. If you guys are not successful, we are going to lose money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this even a step further tonight, and not just for tonight, but till Sunday, January 2nd. Okay? This will be part of our holiday sale, so it won't just be, because the 46% off, that's going to decrease as we get closer to New Year's, right? So every day it goes up by a couple of bucks. What we're going to do now, what will stay constant, is as follows. Let me share the screen. Instead of $770, I'm making it $1,000 back. A blanket $1,000 back. So that is on top of what it is that you pay to join. For example, if you sign up tonight for $11.84, you go through all the courses, you pass all the quizzes, you do one of the 2 study groups, okay? At the end of the year, if you have not made your money back at least one time, okay, at least one time in that period, I will give you back $2,184. And you get to keep the laptop. That's as good as it's getting. Call my bluff. What I'd like you to do is that if you think that I'm full of crap, It's okay, because I'm not asking you to pay with Bitcoin. I'm not asking you to send me a bag of money. I am asking to pay with a credit card or PayPal. So what you will do is you will, if you need to claim this at the end of your year, which I'm sure 99 or 98% of you will not, go ahead and show any credit card company this clip. There's not a credit card company in business that will see this clip and not win, and you won't, and you wouldn't win that dispute. And it's all over our website. I changed it from 770 to 1000. It's in all of our refund policy language as well now. So now you have no excuse. Why are we doing this? Because I know and I believe in what it is that we're doing here. And it's kind of crazy that someone says, hey, go step up to the plate, invest $11.84 in yourself, and I'm gonna match that, and I'm gonna invest that with you, so that if you're not successful at the end of the year, you're gonna get that plus $1,000 back. Guys, am I full of crap? Am I lying about this? Is this an empty offer? Is this not true? Go ahead. No, if you sign up for the trial, that's fine. Sign up for the trial if you want. The whole point of this offer is to take away your risk. So if I'm taking away your risk, you can't, you gotta be fair about it as well, right? If you're gonna do the trial, do the trial. You're still gonna save 35% and get a laptop. It's still a hell of a deal. Mike's about to walk everyone through all the services that you get, and he's gonna show you guys the platform. It's like almost $5,000-$6,000 worth of stuff. So no, if you guys want to go ahead and invest in yourself, I will put up $1,000 with you. Let's go. Let's go. Invest in yourself. If you don't make it back, I will go ahead and I will give you back $2,184 in a year. The value is insane. Take the yearly trial. All right, Mike.
All right, folks. Well, there you go. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. You know, how there could still be anyone that is still unsure about pulling the trigger, I really don't know. What are you waiting for? I'm just curious. Like, if you're on the live stream right now, right? I assume you're here because you're interested in the stock market and you're trying to figure out how to make money in the stock market. And how serious are you really, though? You know, I think that's just kind of what you have to really ask yourself, because you guys understand, at True Trading Group, we want to disrupt this entire industry. We want to change, make sure that this education, you shouldn't have to get hired at a hedge fund in order for you to get access to these tools, resources, and, to get a real education. You shouldn't have to get hired at a Wall Street firm for you to do that. It also shouldn't cost you $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 to sign up to some online service that just sends you a bunch of courses and then never gives you any help after that, and you'll have to figure it out on your own. Like, it just shouldn't be that way. Everybody should have access or should have a chance at the opportunities that the markets provide on a daily basis, on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. Everybody should. That's why we've created the Teaching platform, to empower the retail trader, to level the playing field for the retail trader. If all you have is a Robinhood account, meanwhile, the trader at Goldman Sachs has every single, bell and whistle under the sun that gives them access to tons more information than you have, you're at a major disadvantage, and you're never going to be better than that person. You're never going to beat that person. You're never going to outperform that person. So that's the goal here at True Trading Group. And if you guys are serious about this, if you're really serious, because I'm passionate as all hell, this is what I do for life, I'm passionate as all hell about this. But if you guys want to get involved in this, you want to learn how to do this the right way, and you have Adam right there who's telling you that if you guys do not make that membership fee back, you're going to get that money back plus $1,000 on top. That's insane. Nobody else out there, and go look, not a single other group or service out there would offer you that, because they're not as confident in their ability as we are to help you succeed. We are. I see the results my members are having. You don't believe me? Just guys, my teaching family members, do me a favor real quick. If you guys are making money and you are becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group, type the number 1 in chat right now. Type the number 1 in chat right now. If you are a member, you're making money, or you're becoming a better trader, type the number 1. Now, if you're not a member, I just want you to pay attention to the number 1s that come through this side of the screen right now, because these number 1s, this is what I mean by results matter at True Trading Group. These are members of True Trading Group. There's no different than you. They found us the same way you did, and that's a live stream. So you really have to ask yourself, what is your risk? What is the risk? I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious. The only risk is if you are lazy. And honestly, if you're lazy, True Trading Group is not the place for you anyway. There's plenty of other services out there that would gladly take your money and never hear from you ever again. We are not one of them. We actually want all of our members to succeed. All right. So if you're willing to go through the courses and pay attention enough in the courses to pass the quizzes, and then attend one private study group, that is all I'm asking you to do. Actually utilize the platform you are subscribing to. And if you do, and you still fail, we're going to give you your money back plus $1,000. Everything that we said to you is on the website. It's right there. You also have this video that is out there in the universe now that you can point to. Okay. So there you guys have it. I'm not sure what the risk is. The risk is only if you're like, you know what, I'm not going to go through any courses. Screw this guy. Just tell me what to buy. If that's who you are, then yeah, you still have risk. Your risk is $11.84. If you're struggling with the idea of spending $11.84, then invest in yourself. So $11.84 does not have to be that big of a deal. Like if $11.84 is a stretch for you, all the more reason why you should invest $11.84 in yourself. So that months from now or years from now, $11.84 is no longer a stretch for you. You guys got to make a change. So if you're serious with it, we're here. We'll walk you guys through that every step of the way. Myself, the other mods, the members themselves. Tomorrow's going to be a great day in chat. Okay? Now, let me show you the platform real quick. I'll show you guys the platform, all the tools and resources you get access to as a full member. Because remember, TG is a platform. It's not just a chat room with trade alerts. There's tools and resources you guys have access to as a member. Let me show you. Everything I'm about to show you, it's all included free. You do not pay $1 extra for any of the things I'm showing you. When you pay $11.84, you're going to get access to everything I'm showing you now. You're going to get our trading performance journal. This tracks your trades, gives you statistics and data on your trading, so you can actually see what you're doing wrong and where you're making mistakes. This is a game changer when you guys are journaling, trying to figure out how to become better and what adjustments to make. Then you're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alert services directly inside of our chat room. No more relying on delayed news. You're going to get news at the same speed as the pros. Then you're also getting quote streams, full book level 2, see all the market makers in level 2. Then you're getting ETNA's trade simulator, trade stocks and options with fake money, what you practice with, what you practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Do it with real-time data, but fake money so you guys can actually learn. This is the same simulator that's used in several universities across the country, like Cal State University, Fullerton University, Wisconsin Whitewater, Berkeley Haas, also Illinois Tech uses this exact same simulator. Trade Ideas Scanner is also going to be yours, okay? Industry-leading scanner shows you stocks making new highs, new lows that have a surge in volume. And it's also broken up into small caps, mid caps, and large caps. No matter what you trade, we make sure you're focused on the hottest stocks during the day. We also just added options flow and dark pool data to the TG platform. And then you also have our proprietary scanner that has the same functionality as FinViz Elite, if you're familiar with that. But you can also click on any stock on that scanner. Okay. And get unlimited downloadable PDF reports on the analyst ratings. Okay. The analyst rating. So you can actually see before you buy a stock, how many analysts actually agree with you? How many have a buy, sell, or hold rating on the stock? You guys have access to all this information as a member of True Trading Group. You also get our social sentiment scanner. This will scour StockTwits, Reddit, and Twitter and tell you what stocks are being mentioned the most on those different platforms. This is a game changer, guys. This used to be something that only hedge funds with complex algorithms had access to. Not anymore. Now this information is at the fingertips of our THG members. You have TradingView's Pro Plus charting software as well, one of the most commonly used charting softwares. You're going to get a minimum 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting over an 80% win rate collectively. We keep a trading journal on our website. We're fully transparent. We keep this journal tracks every buy and sell that all of our moderators make. So you can see if you were following the alerts, how would you be performing? You then got those 2 small private study group sessions with a pro trader, your chance to speed up that learning curve and get your questions answered. Then you have the courses. The courses are a simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the fund. There are no VIP pro level courses that cost more money. You get access to every single course when you pay $11.84. Beginner and foundation courses for those that are brand new, advanced for those more seasoned. There's also courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. It's in text and video format. We've got it there for you, all of it. Then you have a video library that has well over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we conduct with our members. We do a different one each week covering a variety of different topics. You have access to all of it. And then, of course, our chat room where the mods and I share our screen. You see what we see. We're live on the microphone talking to you throughout the day. You can use our mobile app. So even if you're not in front of your computer, you can still listen to the audio analysis, get the screen or see the screen share, but also get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. Guys, if you are having an issue signing up, send a text message to 201-775-9702. That phone number is at the bottom of your screen. If you are having an issue signing up, message Adam now. Guys, our goal, I told you, is to disrupt this industry. To do that, we got to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors. You have that money back guarantee. I will say it again if you guys did not hear me the first time. You're going to pay $11.84 to join. If you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group, and still do not make that membership fee back at least once, you are not only going to get your $11.84 back, you're going to get an additional $1,000 on top, because that is how much we stand behind this program, and that is how confident we are in our ability to help you succeed. I put my money where my mouth is, folks. That is how I prove it to you. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Go check out the reviews. Go read them. There's no better review than one from your peers. 1,400 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go read them. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. You guys are the best. Remember, TTG121 coupon code. Go to ttgoffer.com. Enter that coupon code to get a 46% discount. The 2 small private study groups, a chance to earn a free laptop, and also, you guys will have the 1-week trial if you're interested in that as well. Remember, 1-week trial, go to ttgthree.com. It is a one-time payment of just $3. That's it. No order renew, no reoccurring payment, nothing like that. You guys pay $3. That's it. You're done. All right. That's your trial. You guys can be with us for a full week. See if THD is right for you. All right. Guys, I'll be in chat tomorrow with my fam. It's going to be a crazy day. I cannot wait. I live for this stuff. Wait, we have a code word. We have a code word. We have a code word. Adam is late on the code word. Adam, what is the code word? Let me guess. The best. What's the code word? Amazing. What's the code word? What is the code word, Adam? Hold on, guys. I'm waiting for the code word. Most. Most. The code word is most. Now, if you're not a member, you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. This is for teaching members themselves. We do a lot of these fun, cool giveaways. The code word is most. All right, the code word is most. All right. So that's it, folks. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys found this live stream helpful. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. I will see you all in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.